Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss with you object-oriented programming. Now, this is a very important topic when it comes to programming because with object-oriented programming, we are able to not only have our code versatile, but it's easy to manage and also it can be applied to real world problems. There are, I would say, four main concepts of object-oriented programming, which are abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. But before we get to that, I want you to know that there are too many uh, key concepts, which is class and objects. Now, class, think of it as a design, and object, think of it as an instance of that design. For example, I have a laptop right here that I'm using. Now, all laptops out there in the world, they share the same design, but each laptop is unique. This laptop can be an i7, another laptop can be an i3 or i5, and they may have a different RAM, different memory. So think of it as like cars. They all have the general design, which is the general properties, but each car is unique. So let's jump into our code and have a practical example on how you do your projects using OOP. For our example, I'm going to use a car garage as for an example. So now I want you to know that a class we said is a design. It have got one item, it actually got two items. It have got properties, which are some other people call them attributes, and also they have got methods, which some other people just refer them as functions. We said a class is a blueprint or a general design. Then objects are instance of a class, are instance of a design. We're gonna do this and we're gonna look at the code and explain this concept in more practical way. Let's go to the code and start coding and see. All right, so we have our vehicle here. So by convention, when you are defining a class, it has to start with a capital letter V. Remember, when you are doing variables, it by design they have to be a small letter name. So, but for classes, it has to be capital letters or capitalized. All right. So let's initialize our class. All right. So each car has got a brand. In our case, for in this example, let's just have a default brand name which is unknown. A model equals to unknown. Year equals 0. This is just right. Oh my God, I can't type. It's a Friday here. All right. So these are our attributes. So each car has got a brand, a model, and a year. These are our attributes. Now let's go on and also give a method to this. So our first method is to describe these cars. So a method, we said another name of a method is a function. So I would say description here. I just want to return the description of this car. Software, brand, in model. All right, so our first method is just to describe this car. Now, another concept is to inheritance, right? So each car, though they are unique, they inherit the same they inherit the same properties like brand, like model, like here. So let's do class here, car. So they inherit the properties in the vehicle. All right. I want to initialize them. Actually, I need brand. We want to take the properties from the vehicle, brand, model. I would say year, color, fuel type. In our case, let's just say unknown. I'll come back to this one. Brand, model, year, then which are unique to this particular car is color and fuel type. Now I'm going to initialize, or let me just do it this way. All right. Looks good. We're taking this from the vehicle class, and also now our additional car attributes. Self.color equals color. Self dot looks good. All right. So we're gonna create the another method to define this color, this car. Okay, some space here. I would say car info. On this one, I just want to return the description and the specific attributes to this specific car. So I'm going to do this. We need description to take the attributes from the to the main class here, base class here. So I'll do description. It should be self and fuel type. This looks good to me. All right. So now we have identified our base class, and now we have our own individual attributes of class. Let's go ahead and create the instance. So our car number one, So we want our car to be maybe a Toyota, a Highlander, maybe let's say 2024 year model, and fuel type. Let's say it runs on gas. Let me have another car number two here. Each have got the attributes from car and also its brand. Let's say it's a Tesla. All right, a Tesla, a Model S. This color is red, and fuel type is electric. All right, it's good. Some electric. Good. So now we want to access these methods from both the car and the vehicle classes. So let's do this. Let's print car, let's say number one, and we want to see its description. So if I run this one, you will see that, okay, let's just look at it. Missing one required positional argument color. All right. I'm missing color on car number one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's why this color equals what? All right, looks good. Okay, let me do it this way. All right, okay, I see this issue. All right, so let's go ahead and run car description. We can see that for car number one, um, it went back to take the general attributes right here from the base class, and also the specific for the car, that particular car, the specific for that car. So we can do the same thing if we, alrighty, if you print the car number one dot info, now it will give us the specific information for that car, and we can also do this. We are accessing those methods now. So let's say let's do car number two. Get car info. It's gonna tell me the details of the car number two, and we can also do print car two description. It will tell us the the general description from the base class. So in this code, we have also discussed the four concepts of object-oriented programming, which is your abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Inheritance, we see that car inherits from the vehicle, And polymorphism is though we are doing car.info here, info is behaving differently for an electric car and a gasoline car. So I, it, it changes or yeah, it changes depending on the object we are calling. So that is basically your. So I kept on iterating on this project, and yeah, I have here's my final product for the day. All right, so we still have our own base class with the description, brand, model in here, and the description here. These are our basic properties and our description to describe the car that we have. And we inherited the attributes from vehicle to car. And also now we have car info, start engine, stop engine, drive car, check fuel, refuel, reset trip, all this method that I've added: brake, accelerate, honk, change color. So these are the two instances that I've created. I will just create another one, a third instance. Alrighty. So I'll call this one car number 3. And this car will be a, let me say, a Benz GLE 500. It's a 2024 model. It runs on gasoline. I will keep everything as it is. All right. So let's test the functionality of this code and see what we have. So right now on the terminal, we have nothing. And let's check, for example, let's go with car number 3. Let's start this car. So the engine has started, and let's drive it. Drive car. Let's see the result. It's driving. So now, whilst I'm doing this, you can imagine it can be a building block for building a game. So we can now check the fuel level is 40 units. Cut 3. Short trip distance. I've used I have used 10 units of fuel. All right, let me just do something like car 3 accelerate. Yes, I'm missing a positional argument because I have to, if you look here, I have to determine the level of increase. So if I say car 330 and run it, accelerate 30 kilometers an hour, we can brake, reduce the speed, car number 3. I'm gonna brake with maybe 10 kilometers an hour. So we are now down to 20 kilometers an hour. And we can go and on using this method to test this code. So this was just to show you what you can do. I'm going to supply this code in my GitHub, and you can take it from there and build from it to whatever you want. Let's see if you can add some more functionality to this code. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.